Hey, welcome back. So, I did a few things. That's why my armor looks like this. I made notes. Um, well, let's go back to this. I did the piglin in the nether. I recorded that. We did that. Built a sorter for that. That's not relevant, although that sort of is. Um, Built an ovenator for the swords coming from the gold factory, which is, pigmen spawning up way above the ceiling. And is there more after that? Yeah, and then I did that. So, if you noticed, I forgot. I can go in and point this out. It's been a long day already, and I haven't officially done anything here. Is that night? Of course it is. That happens to me a lot. Let me get up to the high there. Let me get up to the ceiling of the nether, and I'll be right back. Alright, so, yeah, last time, at this point, it's a long story. Um, I set up so that when I get nuggets from the pigmen up there, I could feed them into a dropper redstone tower thing and feed them back into the ingots I could feed back to this thing. I forgot, because I have two of them, so it's confusing. I have this one up here for when, in the event that something misfires and an ingot gets through, it'll get caught and it just goes down that way, actually, back into the dispenser to get thrown at piglin. Otherwise, there's, stuff. I forgot about that one. So I was thinking about this other one that I built here for ingots that I get for swatting things that are mad at me. That drops down, goes over here, along this line, into this box, into that hopper, into there, and gets thrown at the piglin that way. Which is fine. What I effectively did was made a whole third one, and there's no need. So this box now just drops whatever I put into it, which is ingots. Goes this way, and this feeds in, and that feeds in, and that goes that way and goes into the hopper tower. While I was in here fixing that, I also built up a tower of stuff here, and put... so this is how I get up to the gold factory now, the pigment farm. I basically just thump one of these down where I wanted it up at the top, and every once in a while it extends. You can tell it goes around the edges. I just clipped at the edges with clippers, let them fall down, went down the scaffold that still existed at the time, picked them up, started thumping them into place from the bottom up. And then they started wrapping around, so I was able to just clip them off the sides, and somewhere we met in the middle of the vines growing downward, and it's high enough up that it's not... If I just have one up here and then I'm down on the ceiling, it doesn't really grow. It just doesn't know about me. It's too far out of range. Anyway, if I go punch these guys, get them mad at me, and do this right, then I can kill them to death, and theoretically they're angry enough that they drop gold at me. Not just that, but the ingots. Not seeing one. By the way, I didn't really plan for it, but they survive, and the live piglins don't. Which I think is cool. Yeah, he's not mad at me, so I didn't get much out of him. Whatever. One advantage to having it... Well, A, I get to be back here, which is far enough to lurk and let stuff like this happen. Which means I can go do this again. Kill with rage, so they give me goodies, because that's why I'm here. I'm not sure they give me anything, that's weird. Anyway, now I can also, if I just walk, I hit this glass and slink down, but I can also kind of hop off as long as I remember to pull back in time. So that's, that. It's not done because eventually I'm going to replace the thing where I'm swatting them with a village in here that you're getting gold from somewhere, so something worked out. I saw him with gold for a sec. He threw something. Guess he's done. Oh, so anyway, yeah, that all I need now is to build a village in here, which, I make it sound easy. It's not. There's a lot to do about that. Not even sure I have everything I need to make it happen just yet, but, we can get to it. Otherwise, if we go back out here, I'll show you what else happened in the last several, almost 100 game days, which is that I should probably not only sleep, but also make sure I live here. So I don't think I do. Yeah. Um, Following that, well, first of all, I went into the nether and did some mining around, got some netherite. That's probably the next point. Yeah. So and this is where I got started 5 hours ago. I started recording an episode, so I have this now. And that was good. And we, applied, we mixed it with gold, the netherite, and I attached it to my armor, and I look like this now, and it's really cool. And I didn't want to roll it back after everything else happened. Everything else was 5 hours. 4.5, 5 hours. Oh, yeah. I made a note of this before I came in. Started actually like day 1004, several hours ago. I leveled the island a bit. I can mention that if it's not obvious, I've forgotten about it by now. I basically got everything to this level. I got most of the dirt off it. I didn't want to switch back and forth with it. I wasn't recording. I was just leveling it. It levels pretty much over to there, and this is actually it's hollow. I just filled it out so it would look like this. Underneath is like air and then other stuff that has nothing to do with it. It's what I did. I'll probably do something better with it later. For now, I'm just getting it level because it's really annoying. It's all bumpy. Not part of anything, just something that happened. Let me get back to the book. So then I came in, I think, at this point. Yeah. Day 1020, I got done building, so I can show you this. I don't even have to get that close to it. It's immense. It's day now 1023, so I got it finished then, and I gave it a couple of days to suck. Because that's what happened. It sucked. Let me show you why, or at least maybe it'll work now, who knows. Like I say, I didn't want to roll back the whole game from, what I've got. Having put 4 or 5 hours into building the damn. What it is, and you'll see it here in a sec. More than a sec. But let me get to where I can see it, and I'll describe it then. Hang on. So there it is in the distance. What that is, it's a box that's 30 meters high, 20 meters wide, and full of water, mostly. The problem with it, apart from needing a lot of materials to do it, because it's huge, I basically, you'll see when I get there, I planted a big tree and tried climbing up and down. That was my first big mistake. Eventually I got clever and just built a tree, or grew a tree in the thing, because there's room for it, it's that big. So I was able to get wood more on site. The whole thing is, apart from some hoppers toward the end, and scaffolds eventually to get up and down so that you'll understand when I get there, which for some reason I'm talking about it without being there. Hang on. Alright, so here's the reason I call it a Wentworth, whatever I called it, is Creep Show, 40 years ago, 1982. Danson and Galen stalking Leslie Nielsen. Water zombies, basically. I just call them. I do. That's what happens. So the scaffold, there's a tree down there. I was in a bed, I think. Probably. Where the hell am I? There it is. Well, you can't see it, but there's a bed and a tree, and that's how I was getting wood for a while, and then I just took some dirt up here and planted saplings in this thing before there was water. Everything went wrong, including that it doesn't really work so far. Maybe it does now, for all I know. I misbuilt the ceiling, so I had to tear it out to get the water in. I built the ceiling first and didn't think about leaving myself room to throw water in so that we'd have that, and then we just stuff. there's one hole in the floor and I dropped stuff through it somehow. That was impressive, so I had to go down and get it and come back up. And I was jump cutting, but still the resulting video going from, hey, I got netherite, let's do my armor, through this thing doesn't work, was like an hour and 5 minutes. There was really, if I'd cut more than, I mean, that was real-time jump cutting, like when I, stop and pause, which if you're looking at targeted block, you'll probably notice. Up here is, yeah, so the concept, here's where stuff goes, which, but, and because there might be, there's a Wentworth, what do you know? There's more than, wow, why is it working now? How dare you, it didn't work before. Well, the point is, I'll kill these guys before I get too involved. I can't, I'm not up high enough. What'd we get? I didn't hear a trident. Did I get anything? I didn't get it. So it's in there or it's not. Well, okay, so are there anything else up there? It's always 84 things. I don't know why. I don't know what the hell entities are being recorded up here. So water is along the edges, except for the corners, pushing anything in here to this point. Up here, if you go up 30 meters in the water, there's a ceiling I've built a couple of times, and this is all source block water up here. And I can probably point that out. Flowing, okay, if you look over here while I'm sinking, Minecraft water, Minecraft flow in the water. Because this is all source blocks, and then it's raining down from here. I don't see anything in there. And it kind of produces drowned zombies, Wentworths. Kinda. Yeah, that was as many as I've ever seen in here. That's the problem. It's miserably not good. It doesn't do anything. And I should be far enough away for things to spawn up there, and it's not happening. I actually have to sink down a bit to hope for anything to happen. So it's not, I don't know what's wrong. I've done it before, and it's all river biome, I think, at least almost all. This is river. Now I'm looking in the upper left. Did it hitch for a second? Become, I don't know. River over here. It's all river. Which means that they can just spawn here. And nothing else can spawn right now because I'm too high up for anything else to be on the map. And yet, I got like 3 of them at once finally. So it's a record. It's amazing. Anyway, yeah, so this is boring. It just doesn't work. Not really. And this is what I wasted 4.5 hours or so from 5 in the morning till a few minutes ago, really. Oh, and then getting down is annoying, so let's see if I can figure out... I think I can just fall from here. I hope so. Yeah, looks okay. Yeah, and I've got a bed over here on the shore because I was in the neighborhood doing... Is it nighttime? That's hilarious, so I could use the bed, in fact. 'Cause I don't have one on me, I set it down over here. Let's click on that just to be not dead, or whatever. Yeah, it's the ceiling is like double layered, which is part of the problem. It's got slabs on top of anything else, the other planks. It's just not good enough, and I don't know why. I've never seen... I got a couple of fishing rod... My total killed now is 37. It was 34 earlier. That was the 3 I just got. And I've seen a couple of Trident Wentworths. I killed them. Didn't get anything from them. Like, historically, just not lately. Is that a rabbit, or just you eating? Okay. Anyway, yeah, so that was a huge, long, effort-ridden disappointment. I wasn't thrilled with the outcome at all. Given time, I might get that to do something for me, but it's just sure as hell not working now, and I don't really know why. I don't know. I do know the drowned have to have a light level of 0 to spawn, which you'd think would explain it, because everything needs... Apart from being in the nether, there's things in there like 11 now, or something, but... the thing is, if you're in the ocean, and I will be in a minute, you go down a bit, and it's light level 0. It can be noon, and it's still just 0. So the ocean doesn't... Why am I hitching? The ocean doesn't care what light level the sky is up to. You sink down a bit and there is no light. Which I guess is why your eyes kind of adjust to it now. It used to be you just jump in the water and you'd see whatever you saw. Now it's really dark, and I mean used to be before like 113 or whenever that changed. Um, I'm not fully listening to my compass, am I? And I want to be going this way. There's a village here somewhere. Um, Let me get to the ocean for a sec. Hang on. So there's the ocean, beyond which, incidentally, is my stuff. There's the monument. Yeah, if you go in right now, light level over here is 0 block but 15 sky. There's no lights artificially growing, lighting it up. 10, 9, you basically just go down 15 meters and it's dark. So right now, from this point, I'm pretty sure a drown could just spawn right here, and if not, then down here a bit for sure. And they do. I was just thinking if I had a place that did it for, guaranteed they could spawn, and I still think that, I just can't figure out why it's not guaranteeing anything. Also, where am I? What's my compass thing? Oh, it compass behind me, of course, because that's where I live. Spawned. There's what, I couldn't see that from a moment. That's weird. Pretty sure the drown never ever spawn in a monument. I've just never seen it happen. So maybe they do, and I just never noticed or never saw it personally. Monuments have, sea lanterns in them, so that makes sense. It would prevent the drown from spawning if they need 0. Once I get it leveled, it'll be dark enough for them, maybe. I don't know if that'll change anything. But a minute later, there won't be any water by the time it's leveled, so it's irrelevant. You never see them in a monument. I haven't ever seen it. I don't know. So yeah, the whole thing is a little... I may have to figure out, just look around, in fact, see if anyone's got like a video tutorial on here's how we do this in 119.1 if you want to get a trident, because nothing I'm used to having happen is working. I do have the relatively boring option of hopping in the water here. Might even get, yeah, conduit power for a sec. There's a couple of little structures here somewhere that don't spawn these things, but I've seen them. I notice if I'm in one, I get attacked by them, so something... There's my conduit power right now. Something's happening. Do I need to breathe soon? Soon. Something about being in the area allows for them to happen, but it's not like a spawn box or any other thing. Yeah, you can get them here, and then there's actually here I can, if I do this right, yeah, stand on this and breathe, because it's this. I let go of shift, it cooks me, so that's not great, but that aside, I think there was another one over here somewhere. A different one, different kind of one that had a box in it. I don't know where it is. And I'm not seeing it drowned, even though light level is currently 0. Client light, that's what I'm looking at, basically. If I surface a bit, it starts creeping up, but there's room down here for these things to happen if they just would. There's one. You have a trident? Of course not. Wait. Oh, that was just an air bubble. So he's alive. That's too bad. Get dead. And then I gotta breathe. Don't see any others. So I cannot think of a way to, I don't know what I'm doing, but I could have just put that down and rode home. Whatever I'm trying to do is not working with getting a trident. I've had them thrown at me. I've killed what threw them at me. That was like 2 of these things. I've got, what, 38 now, I suppose? Yeah, so, I mean, that's all I know. Some small number, some small percentage of drowned zombies have tridents. With looting, some small percentage of those, if I kill them with a sword, will give me a trident. It could be like 1 in 200 or something. It just hasn't happened yet, I'm sure of that. Ah, junk I don't... I didn't get any kelp. That's weird. So, yeah, I mean, that's how that's working out, which isn't very well. I can look at the to-do book, because that was really my whole big plan. I'll just do that, and that'll be an episode. I even made a note of where the thing is. Just not helping. Working on that. Oh, I went through the fortress exhaustively, like looked at every possible damn thing. And then I looked it up, and apparently a fortress can have 0 to 2 place spawners. I probably knew that at some point, but I've never... I'm trying to remember if I've ever before seen a fortress that didn't have a place spawner. Maybe. Like, in Skyblock, I suppose. It wasn't a fortress, though. It was just where one had been. Gotta do that sometime. I'm still working on a build a real house is another thing. That's really what I have planned. All of which is either not up to me, like get a trident, or find a place spawner. I just have to look around until I get that to work. Or a big project. Like I've got this... What'll probably be there, it'll be like a... Not even a guest house, but like a guard house or something, you know. Have a big house thing, or I could even incorporate it. This could be the front door, believe it or not, even though it's aimed toward the edge of the island, it could still be a front door. There's no reason, or a door anyway. Like, go in and then the back wall isn't there. I don't like it very much, though. I might even just tear it down at some point. There's always the one option, which is going off to kill a dragon, given my armor. That's sounding more and more reasonable an idea. Problem is I don't have a blaze spawner, so I have 0 ender eyes right now, and enough to make 10 more. Which, if I need, you know, potentially 12 to get into a portal, if none's filled in, plus however many it takes to throw in the air to find that thing, I don't know where it is. So that's a problem. I could also just go through the... You know, let's just... What the hell? Why complain that I'm not doing a thing when I could be doing it, I guess. We'll just go to the fortress and smack things. There's other stuff I could do, but until I get the dragon, it's just really... It's so much easier after I kill the dragon is what's the point. Killing a wither after I kill a dragon is... You barely have to look at the screen. Because I'll have options. A lot of things could rely on, shulker boxes. Whoa, no, get out. I hate these damn things. It's not even that I hate them, it's just they're somewhere between dangerous and meaningless, you know? You're not helping me with this, because I get free fire resistance stuff from the piglin I have, so... At worst, I need to add redstone to it to make it last longer than it does. Which means also I need more laser rods. Get out with that. Let's go, I don't know, see what's going on over here. There's something really dangerous the minute I get here. Not too bad. Yeah, I'm assuming there's spookies around. There's him, though. Nope, I'm actually just going to kill you with a sword because I want as many blaze rods as you can give me. Which apparently was about 0. That's neat. Yeah, there's no spawner in here. I mean, I've just looked all over this thing. I've gone up and down and around. So that's not good for me. My best map ever is turning out to have its flaws. There's a whole big thing back here I can look at. I'll eat a food before I get into a thing. Bright side, it's like... The first time I got into here... first of all, I couldn't even get here. I couldn't live long enough to get here. What's behind you? Okay. I haven't really looked in all these boxes yet. I looked in this one. That one, yeah, that's saddles, which I wouldn't hate having necessarily, but it's not an emergency. Torched up a bit, looking around, looking for spawners, which I just never found one. Saddle, what do you have? Armor. I don't have a horse. I could get a horse. I live on an island. What am I going to do with a horse? Skeleton I can kill in a sec. I can't believe I didn't get any blaze rods from that thing. Spicy slime. Skeleton. I'm not even seeing any just blazes hanging out, which is really annoying. But yeah, there's a spawner in here. I was not able to find it. I really tried to find it. And we get to this, doesn't go anywhere. You know, why the hell not? Let's go game mode. No. Spectator for, maybe I'm just... It's possible there's 0. I mean, I found that out when I started getting really mystified by this, and there's just 0. It's gonna be funny if I just find one suddenly. You think there'd be one here, maybe? Or somewhere? It's not. So that's really annoying, because I need lots of blaze rods for things. Like, in the long term, I need thousands if I want to do, like, make end rods and whatever else. I'll be adding to my flying statistics. That happens anyway. That was weird. Well, that's a couple. No, that's just him. I saw a few blazes at once. You jump or swim enough, it like, decides you've flown like a mile just because for some reason. At least it did. I assume it still does. I haven't looked lately. I do not see anywhere anything resembling a blaze spawner, and it's really annoying me. Because there ought to be one. There just should. I realize that it's not guaranteed, but I think it ought to be. It's not, yeah, even doing it, wait. Yep, been here, it's not about that. Stop putting torches down at some point. Put down enough torches, and it doesn't matter that you put down torches, you can't tell where you are. So I just left the ones where I had them, and figured if I ever found one, I'd find a way out. I think I've been currently. There's a blaze, but that's not the point. There is not a blaze spawner. There's the... Maybe, yeah, it just could be like it's cut off. I guess I never walked along the top, but I'm not seeing anything up there. I suppose, especially given the biome, it would make a pretty good spooky factory, where the spookies are, I just saw one, him, the wither skeleton. Call them spookies because I killed one and I got achieved. It was like spooky something. I probably got it again at this one. Can I, That'd be another thing, right? Spooky, scary skeleton. Why not? So I just call them spookies. I am lost at this point, because I've been flying around. I don't know which way I'm... Let's just go up for a second. Cheat my way. There's a portal, you know. There's no blaze spawners. There just aren't, and I don't know where to start looking for one. So that's not helping me. Oh wow, it's the wrong spawner. Or the wrong portal. Where the hell am I? I should be going to 0 by 0. This way, I guess. Is that the one that... Oh, that's the one that goes out in the sky, isn't it? It must be. Let me find out. I hope it is at this point. I don't think it's the one that goes to the desert village. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not the sky, but it's, it should be. It's just not. This is how I'm gonna get villagers into the nether sometime. Right here. Which, by the way, I never made a note. Give me, just screenshot it. I should make a note of where this is so I can plan for getting stuff in here. Uh-huh. And this way should get me home. Be right back. So, yeah, anyway, that's my point, is this might not be the best map ever. It might be... It might be... BestMapEvern't. I don't know. Sleep. Yeah, screenshot it. Let me get that up. And get my, book out in a sec. That goes in there. Do I have these in here, or do I... Yeah, apparently. Make a note in my one book about where that is, which is at, Village, I'll just call it Village Portal. I guess makes sense to me. Is at, apparently, like, well, it's 7 by 816. That fits. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's basically 0 by 800. I didn't realize it was that close to 0. And take book, I guess. Speak it. What day is it? I gotta look at the screenshot. Um, Day is 10:25. So day 10:25, not 10:5, 10:25. A disappointing begins. I don't know what to, I mean, it's just, that's where we are, kind of. Sometimes, I mean, it could be a lot worse as maps go. This really is a pretty good one, I think. I mean, for my purposes. But there is a fortress just right when I go in the Nether, which is awesome. Who knew? I live on a mushroom island, which is swimming distance from where I spawned. Ice tray doesn't work, but you know, it's like a hotel. Um, it's working out. It's just 1,000 days into this or whatever. It's not quite as cool as I might have liked. I don't know what I would ask for. It's partly the ice. Well, the ice tray could be anywhere, and whether it works or not. The lack of blaze spawners is, I guess, apparently a thing that happens. That I can't get a Wentworth is something I could look up to find out why. um, but let me kill this before I've got the screenshot open over here. I don't want it. Yeah, recording. Time's up. Whatever. So I guess I'm gonna go for now. I'll probably just try to get if I'm able to. If I get a trident, I'll try to stab the record button just to have it to fold into an episode sometime. But there are things that you can't really arrange to have happen, not without cheating, and I'm not going to do that. So apart from flying through the ceiling of the Nether, maybe. I don't know. I'll work on it. See what we can figure out. Meanwhile, you can like and subscribe and BestMapEvern't and click that stupid bell for notifications. And I'll just see you next time in any case. So, bye.